Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Crucify, back with another video. Before I get started, I need you to follow me in the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special by liking, comment, subscribe, and sharing if you like the content. Shout out to the Poor Man's Podcast. Today, I'm going to be talking about, well, I don't have a title, so I'm just get to talking and we'll take it from there. If you don't like a person who judges others or critique others and give their opinion and point of view and thoughts on how others should live, just based on a set of morals, good morning, then my content is simply not for you. It's as simple as that. Because I don't have a religious preference. Let's just start off there. So, most of us born get our, if you have any type of morals, most of us get our moral ethics from some form of religion from our start off, because most times we're born, at least back in the day, most of us start off from whatever religious doctrine that our parents utilized back then. So most of us start off from some form of a religious doctrine when we're children. And it ain't until we grow older till we start making our own choices and interpreting and determining things at that point. So whether it's Christian, Catholic, Baptist, Buddhist, Muslim, most people start off with a religious background. And the thing is, most religions that I can think of offhand at least have certain moral ethics and moral codes that at the very least all of them follow is being a decent person in society. Most of them utilize to not kill doctrine and whatever. Most of them teaches how to be a decent person in society. It start off with at least some of the basic morals of just simply being a decent human being and not being a menace to society. I don't think it ain't too many religions out there that exist from, around the way that promotes killing, war, and just being a menace out there. If there are, I don't know about them, but most of them start off with simply a moral code of being just a decent human in society. And of course, as you grow up, if you read the Bible, get into the book or whatever, then you study other things and then y'all choose to follow and what not to follow at that point. That's where you continue to go down the rest of the whole of whatever religious preference you choose to practice. But overall, at least the basics of almost who majority of people in the United States are, starts off from a basic religious point of view and, having a moral standard of being at least a decent human being. So that's the way I'm looking at it from my point of view. So I start off from whatever point of view I started off, religious preference or whatever, religious wise, doesn't really matter. I just started off from being a decent human being. And I grow up and I still remain a decent human being and a pretty decent one to society. I'm not out here being a menace. I'm not out here promoting to be a menace or a degenerate. And I choose to try to pass on some of the teachings to other people to help navigate them to choose to do better and make better choices. I don't tell you to go chase a specific religion. I don't tell you to go chase the Bible. I don't tell you to go chase anything spiritual based. I do tell people to search for peace. I do tell people to be a decent person. I do tell people not to be out there committing crimes. I tell people to make money. The Bible says the book, money is the root of all evil. Once again, if you follow the book or preference. So overall, I don't follow. Good morning. I don't follow a specific religious doctrine. So therefore, I'm not going to sit there and allow myself to be bound by all the rules that exist in the book, or the teachings that exist in the book, so to say. So on this particular channel, the way I move, and just me in general, and I'm learning how to be better, but overall, I critique, I judge, I just base things based on being a decent person and how we live and how I think other people should live. If you sit there and follow the book, that's exactly what the book does. Whatever book you choose to follow, whether it's Jehovah's Witness, Catholic, Baptist, and all that, the book tells you how to live, because that's whatever particular religion it is, has its own doctrine, rules, and things of that nature. I'm just telling you whatever particular set of rules that I choose to live by. And mine is just simply being a decent person, like not particular to any specific religion at all. Literally, the way I live could be applied to almost any religion out there. Just being a decent person, treating others how you want to be treated, not being a menace to society, making money, staying out of the way, not committing evil acts, not having children, illegitimate children all throughout the world, and just, like I said, overall being a decent person to society. And I have a certain set of morals that I go by. Like I said, morals and ethics or whatever comes from, at least the start of it comes from some teachings or whatever. So overall, being a decent person in society, growing up and being an adult after a certain age is one of those things as well. Because if you allow people to move without consequence, especially in adulthood, then that's when you have a lawless society and things run amok. That's why police exist, to run law. If there are no consequences for your action, then people will do DUIs all day. People will commit murders all day. People will do anything they want to do if there's no consequences for your actions. So, in order to control your actions and do better, then you have to have some type of set of moral codes and what you live by and go by. And that's just who I am, moving by the particular set of moral codes that is currently instilled in me. And I just try to be a decent person. That's all I can say. But at the same time, I compare and contrast and critique and judge people who, honestly, I don't think who be out here living a decent life. And also who has the ability to influence others because, how's it going? Because they built themselves up to being a public figure to do so. Once you become a public figure out here, it is your duty to a certain extent to not influence people to be degenerates to society. It's that simple. At least that's what I think about it. If you sitting there wanting people to be degenerates to society, then you need to be not an influencer. Simple as that. If you're out here promoting sexual promiscuity to the young girls, you don't need to be an influencer. If you're out here promoting degeneracy and gang violence and culture to the youth of little boys, you do not need to be no type of influencer out here. If you're promoting child rape, pedophilia, and all that to children, or exposing children to any and all that, you don't move by any set of moral ethics or codes that I go by. And you don't need to be, honestly, you don't need to be alive, my opinion, when you go to that level. But overall, there's a certain set of moral codes and ethics that should be instilled in people, especially when in a first world country. It's as simple as that. So if people don't like my point of view and where I come from, you don't have to watch me. You don't have to look at my content. You don't even have to comment. I'm no one special. I'm a regular human being, in my opinion. And I just live by a certain code of rules and ethics that is decent to society. And I would expect that people around should at least, if you're not gonna be a help to society, don't be a hindrance to it. Don't be a degenerate creator in society. Don't promote degeneracy and don't try to create the next population of population destroyers. That's simply how I see it. This is me, Crucify. Hopefully I ain't rumbled too long and I made sense in this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Y'all have a great day. Peace.